Hello. Today I decided to go for a little hike. I'm all alone in the woods. I'm kidding. There's a trail. Parenting and taking time to yourself and recharging and knowing that you're doing good. You're doing the right thing by being there for your kids. But guess what? We all need time for ourselves. And today I realized I needed that time for myself. Maybe it's got to do something with the fact that I'm hormonal. I'm on my cycle, but too much information. I know. This trail is pretty cool. It's the first time I'm here. But where was I? I really needed to do this little hike for real. I really needed to get out in nature, time for myself, recharge. Especially this weekend is a long weekend. The kids are off tomorrow, Friday. And so today I was crying again. And that's when I realized, wait, I haven't gone on a nature walk in a while. And so here I am. And before I got here, it was pretty close to my place. I decided to cancel on the lunch. Didn't go out to lunch because I was running out of time and I needed more time to prepare myself for the day. And so I just went and got a pedicure instead, and that helped me relax. And now I'm here. I feel like we all need some time to ourselves. Uh, and if you're a parent, you know this. You need to recharge. As a single mom, I'm going to tell you, it's probably one of the hardest things I've ever had to do myself is being a parent, a single parent. If I'd known it was going to be this hard, I probably wouldn't have chosen to be a parent. But you know what? It's a great experience and it's a blessing nonetheless. It's the lake view. I know, right? Trees, palms, and me. So pretty. Oh, I really needed this. I'm so glad I came here. Yeah, this truly is therapy. Depressed, anxious, lonely, or just overwhelmed with life in general. This is a great idea. Look for the nearest nature trail in your city or town and go for it. Usually there's nobody here except for other fellow hikers. I'm not complaining about being a parent. I think it's awesome. I love it. I just wish my kids would listen to me more than not. And in general, they're good kids. I get the word from other people when I complain, and I don't really complain. I just, they can see it in my face how I'm getting anxious because my kids are being kids, just playing around and being loud, or, I repeat myself. And then whatever person is near them, I'm talking about, for example, in church, they can see it. I know they can see it in my face that I'm getting overwhelmed because my kids are a handful. But believe it or not, a lot of people are really understanding and they actually feel sorry for you, I think. But when I am with my kids, I try to focus everything on them, and I do everything I do is mostly for them. And that's when I I forget about myself, and I forget to do things like this, like I'm doing right now. I need this time for myself to recharge and just meditate, come even in prayer, talk to a camera, talk to you guys. This feels good. And then we're back to normal. But this, just a little half-hour walk, very helpful. And I know I like to run. That's another thing that's great. If you're into running, you know what time it is. Or when did Christopher Columbus get here? 1498, was it? I might be wrong, don't quote me. I feel good. Let's continue. Now we're going back. I did not finish the trail, but that wasn't the mission. The mission was to just relax, take some time to myself, vent, do a video, and let you guys know that you can do it too. Even in your imagination. Like I imagine myself swimming in a luxurious pool. It's not what I have right now, but guess what? I have it in my mind. And so I have it. And like a prisoner, I'm getting tired. Like a prisoner where you can imprison them. You can imprison the body, but you can't imprison the mind. Same way. Like in the Bible, who was tortured and imprisoned? I believe John and Paul, to name a few, because of their beliefs and etc. etc. But what couldn't they take away? They took away their freedom, physical freedom, but they could not take away their faith, their mind, the prayers, the spirit. The spirit is very important. And with all that said, let's talk about the spirit. This is what feeds our spirit. Coming to realize that you are not alone. Even though I'm not talking about the seaplanes up in the sky, I'm talking about God and the mighty Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit. That is something that nobody can take from you. Poor man or rich man, you have the Spirit of the Lord. You call upon Him. And I think I say this more than I should. But it's because I know myself like I used to be. I thought it was always so cheesy talking about Jesus Christ and God. It sounded very cheesy to me how some people talk about Jesus when they don't even know. I thought, if how could you know that He was real, and how could you have such strong faith? But it's not until you get an experience that changes your life forever that you're gonna eventually believe and have faith yourself. I pray that you get to know the Lord. I'm recharged. I'm ready for them kids. I'm coming with my armor. Ain't nothing gonna stop me. Oh yeah, the pastor was talking yesterday about two swords, and there wasn't two swords wasn't enough for all the people that had to fight. And so the apostles were worried that that wasn't going to be enough. And then God tells them, Jesus Christ tells them that you have more than what you need. You already have what you need. The two swords, and you know what you already have that you're not even realizing is God. God is enough. He was trying to tell them that if you don't have all the equipment, all the material equipment you would need to fight a battle, weapons or swords or whatever kind of weapon, if you have God, you already won. And that was powerful. That's powerful. Because that, if you have faith, that will take off a load off of you, and including worries. You know how we worry about every single little thing? Where am I going to sleep? Where am I going to get the money to buy food, to pay rent, to pay these bills? If you have the faith and you walk with Jesus, you can get rid of all that worry and know that you'll find a way, okay? Because there's always a way. There's always a way. And there's plenty of stories out there to prove it. Not just historical, biblical stories, but in our present. There's so many stories that prove that to be right. Including my own story, shoot. Which I'll reveal more as I make more videos. But imagine being an atheist, agnostic, non-believer, all into all things of this world, to just not even being a perfect person, never will be, but having faith. And I dare not call myself a Christian, because I think that is a very big, important definition that you shouldn't be labeling, or, and it's a label for one. I don't want to label myself either, but if I was to label myself with one label, I still don't have the authority to call myself a Christian, because it's very hard to be a Christian. Like, it's almost like a saint. If you call yourself a saint, why do you think there's not that many saints? It's very hard to do. It's very hard to become a saint. And basically, if you're calling yourself a Christian, you pretty much have to be close to being a saint. And I think there's a lot of hypocrites out there, okay? There's a lot of hypocrites. But at the same time, there's many, many great Christian people that don't even get the recognition, because that's not what they're here. That's not what they're Christian for. It's not to be recognized as a Christian, but it's to simply live a life of truth and spread a message of love. Okay, I'm almost at the car. It smells good here. I wonder what flowers around here. Oh no, now I'm lost. OMG, I think it's this way. I hear the cars. This way. So I think it's this way. Is it this way? Oh, yep, it's this way. I see the playground. Ooh, next time better take a picture of the trail. But these places are so well kept, though. This trail is so well kept. Very beautiful. There's even a QR code where you can, scan the QR code and have the map handy on your phone. I didn't do that because I was going to record with my phone. A cardinal. You missed it. Sorry. Cardinals are red birds. That is like the easiest bird to identify. The cardinal, I know the Cardinals and I know the Blue Jays. Oh, my son's baseball team is called Blue Jays. Cool, right? Ow, giant ant just bit me. What is this? Oh no, it's one of those. You see that? Prehistoric era. Oh no, that's prehistoric era. This is, I meant to say archaic. The archaic period. 10,000 to 2,500 years ago. But in the Bible, it says that 6,000 years ago, God created the earth. Ferndale Preserve. Okay. Beautiful. Come visit. Come visit if you get the chance. Swing on by. I'll be right around the corner. No. I'm a little bit away from here, but very, very close. All right. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching this channel. And I hope you have a blessed day.